Okay, so it has been reported that the police will be cracking down on antisocial behaviour over here on the Playa de Palma in summer 2025. Now, I'm making this video in April. I'm filming on the Sunday. We're going to take a little walk around the resort here, and I'm in the Arenal side. If you want to check out what Can Pastilla is like at this time of year, check out the link to my live stream, which I'll drop in the description text below. But for now, let's turn the camera around. Let's see how busy Arenal is today. And we're going to have a look at some of the hot spots as well, where we're going to find people possibly partying over here in April on a Sunday. So I'm starting this video right outside of Balneario 8. And as you can see as well, that these beach bars, beachside chiringuitos, beach bars, balnearios, whatever you want to call them, they're not open yet over here on the Playa de Palma. However, they are due to open on May the 1st. But just looking down the Playa de Palma today, look, you can see that summer really is starting over here. We've got lots of people lying on the beach. We've got the sun umbrellas starting to go up. We have people in the sea as well. But I'm going to jump down off the wall here and we're going to head into some of the well-known party areas over here on the Playa de Palma. And if you've checked out my content on my channel about nightlife over here in El Arenal or on the Playa de Palma, you'll know that, well, the nightlife down here can get pretty lively, but it's not just during the night, it's also during the day. And with the amount of holidaymakers that we have over here at the moment, I'm wondering whether we're going to be seeing some of these bars full. We're also going to see what it's going to be like over here on the waterfront too. As you may know from last year, it gets very, very busy down here. We do find a lot of rubbish on the beach waterfront, I have to say, with people over here having a good time, but also drinking and throwing their rubbish down here on the streets. Is it going to be different early on in the season? And like I said, I'm filming this in April. Let's go and have a look. So if you've been watching my videos, you'll know that they've been making considerable changes to various areas of the islands. They've been upgrading it and updating it, and well, it's going to be the turn of the Playa de Palma very soon, I would say. Things need an overhaul over here. I mean, look, check this out. We're only in April and there's some holidaymakers over here that just cannot be bothered to throw their ice cream containers into a nearby bin. I mean, there's no excuse. It's not even busy yet. The bins aren't even overflowing. And you can see there's a bin about 20 seconds walk away. But it's not quite as busy as I thought it would be over here. We've got lots of beachside restaurants open. But I have heard that they're going to be removing the wall in areas of the Playa de Palma. Maybe to stop people from sitting on it. I don't know. But anyway, let's keep heading on because I'm going to dive off left down one of these side streets, which, as you know, is very, very popular for the nightlife over here. Just looking down here, we've got plenty of cyclists heading down the Playa de Palma today. But I'm heading up here, look, Calle Miguel Paisa. And we can see actually that they haven't cracked down very much on the illegal street sellers. They're still filling the streets down here, but this street really comes alive during the summer. Go and check out my previous content. We do have a couple of bars open. Let's go and take a look. But keep watching on into this video because I will be popping down to the much publicised Ballermann, I think it's called, the big party area over here in Arenal. And I'm right outside of Et Domesh, I think that's called, can't pronounce it. And look, Sommerland as well. I saw a big banner for Sommerland as I was coming into Arenal today. I think this is going to be quite a big bar over here actually. I think this may be brand new. I think it may have changed, but they've just opened half of it for the beginning of April. So lots going on today. And look, we've got a little bar right at the end here too. Lots of people sitting out. Now, I would love to know what this building was right in front of me. It looks like it used to be a very, very grand house. It looks like it's now a restaurant. Yes, it's Brody's Restaurant and Lounge. Looks rather nice. Right down this back street here, look, we've got lots more bars and shops as well, and restaurants. Let me know actually if you holiday over here and what you think of this area of Arenal. We've also got the Verbano open too. I thought it would have been actually busier, but as we go on into this video, we're going to take a little look around. Anyway, let's head on around the side and back down onto the waterfront. I'm just looking at opening times here of this restaurant in front of me. They are open from 1 until 9:30. If you are planning coming out for dinner and you're not staying in a hotel or eating in a hotel, I suspect last orders over here will probably be around, I don't know, maybe about 8:45ish or something like that. Make sure you get there in time. And look, I suspect some of these buildings here have been around for quite a while. I'm just looking at this Plaza Ristorante Pizzeria. This has been around since 1985, but as I bring the camera around here, look, what another sports bar here too. It's the Latino cocktail bar. But we're not going to get caught up in there because we're going to head on down to the waterfront, because I want to head down and into the very famous Ballermann. I'm going to see how busy that is today, and you're going to know from my previous videos as well. I think even when I was there in November, I think the last time I've been down to this side of the island was around November, December time. There were even people partying then, so it's getting very year-round over here in the Playa de Palma. Just looking at the menu boards here, look, it's all in German. I don't think that's actually allowed. I don't think you can actually have menu boards like this in German without actually having it in Spanish as well. But there you have it. Oh no, look, you've got tapas variadas, 16 euros. Just give you a quick price check here. So we have a lovely spring day over here on the Playa de Palma. We have highs today of around 21, 22 degrees. It does feel like spring, but like I've said in many of my other videos, at this time of year, you do get quite a keen breeze blowing, and we have that breeze over here today. Cyclists absolutely everywhere, but then this is a great area to cycle around on this side of the island. It's very flat and it's very cyclist friendly. So just looking up to my right hand side here, I can see what looks to be the base of the lifeguards hut here. That's going to be up and on the beach, maybe hopefully in time for Easter, because I can imagine a lot of holidaymakers are going to be coming over here to the Playa de Palma during the Easter holidays. So fingers crossed they're going to have some kind of lifeguard service over here. But as I said, with regards to these beach bars, I don't think these are going to be opening until the 1st of May, when everything opens up on the island. So the Playa de Palma has always been a little bit of an illegal street sellers free-for-all. Even though, look, to my left we can actually see the police station, and there are even some street sellers standing outside as well, which is hilarious. That really is how seriously they are taking these new stringent measures for this summer, and I suspect we're going to see many more sellers as we head on down to the big party area over here in Arenal. But I'm just going to jump up onto the wall here. You can just see how busy the beach is today. Now, like I said, I'm filming this on a Sunday. Got quite a few residents out, quite possibly those residents that do live nearby, and of course the holidaymakers coming over too. And just looking even further to my left here, look, I can see the Blau restaurant, and that is actually looking rather busy too. So I'm guessing at this time of year that the restaurants and the cafes that have the lovely sea views, well, they're not having problems filling their tables and chairs. This April, goodness, it's very busy over here, look. I mean, I'm filming this just beyond lunchtime too, but everyone's sticking around for the amazing views and the cold drinks. So they have been a little bit slow, in my opinion, in getting the sun umbrellas, the beach beds and the sun umbrellas out on the beaches over here on the Playa de Palma. And this has surprised me because they do have pretty much almost year-round tourism here. We always find holidaymakers over here, and look, you can just see the umbrella poles here stacked up on the other side of the wall. And look, if you look around here, look, if they had some beach services out, I'm pretty sure we'd see people renting them too. But for the time being, they're just packing out the restaurants. Now, one of the most popular activities that we see over here is people just kicking back, sitting down on the walls down here and drinking. I'm already going to say, if you're coming over to do that, just please make sure that you do deposit your rubbish in one of the many bins that we do have over here. And my goodness, just looking to my left hand side, it's very, very busy right outside the Hello Club. Let's take a quick look down into the Ballermann here, into the big party area, and let's see how busy it is this afternoon. just as a whole stream of cyclists head past me. So this really is the big area over here for, you always see illegal street sellers. I shouldn't say that too loudly actually. Look, you can pick up your YSL bags here pretty cheaply, although I have to say, I did see a post on social media last year from holidaymakers who said that they paid the best part of around €60 for some of these fake branded handbags. It's a bit steep, isn't it? Even the street sellers are getting it in on the price rises. But what's this I can hear in front of me? I can hear music thumping, and you know we're getting up to the main party street. Well, goodness me, where are all the street sellers today? They've all congregated in what has to be, and I'm guessing, quite possibly the busiest area of Arenal today. We can hear the pounding music. Let's cross the road, let's try and get across. And we're heading up past the Bambole bar, and the music, that German pop music is thumping out. I have to keep talking actually, because otherwise I will get a copyright claim on the music. But just looking around, not looking that busy actually, I have to say, but it is open. If you're coming over at Easter, this is what you have to look forward to. If you're going to find your fake football t-shirts, well, this is where you're going to find them, on this street. Look at Bombaleo, it stretches all the way down. So next stop today, look, we're just coming up by Beer Koenig, which is sounding like the perfect blend of so much German pop music from the bars that are surrounding me, all playing out at once. It's quite noisy. Should we go and have a quick look inside? Let's go and see whether it's quite busy in here. Look, there's nobody on the door, I'm going to sneak in. Just going to have a look. I'm not quite sure whether I'm allowed to. And look, we have some parties going on in here today. A little bit of music. Look, this is what it's like. And do you know what? Even if it does rain, and it does sometimes rain at this time of year, they do have covers. But look, it seems to be quite a good atmosphere over here at the Beer Koenig. Lots of drinking, partying Germans. So the most surprising thing actually about coming up here today, and you can see how busy the bars are, and I'm just going to look to my left-hand side, just seeing people of many ages actually coming down. And look, we're just coming further up Bombaleo here, and it's packed. Oh goodness me. Now at this point in this video, I'm just going to drop in a little bit of footage as to what Magaluf Strip is like right now. Now how can that be? How can Magaluf Strip be so quiet at this time of year? And we're seeing scenes like this over here in Arenal on the Sunday afternoon. One thing that I don't think is going to change too much with the whole upgrading of the islands is going to be this tourism that we have over here in El Arenal. And I know that many of the locals are very much against this kind of tourism. But like I said, there has been a promise that some of this will be cracked down upon. Anyway, as I turn around and shine the camera on what has to be one of the most Spanish restaurants over here on this side of Playa de Palma, let's head on back down towards the waterfront and go and check out and see if Mega Park is open. Now, just as we head on back down to the waterfront, look, we can see the big adverts here for the nightlife over here. This is over at the Hello Club. Guessing this must already be open. Look, opened on the 5th of April. And look, just to give you a little look to the left, in fact, we're going to head off in this direction, in the direction of Mega Park. As many of you know, if you've seen my previous videos, you know that Mega Park is actually very, very busy on the Sunday afternoon. Is it going to be today? Let's find out. Okay, so we're just coming up towards Balneario 7, Beach Bar 7, and do you know what? I gave you some misinformation. I did say that the beach bars will be opening on the 1st of May, but not over here in El Arenal, because just like over on Alcudia Beach, we do have a beach bar open over here. Look at this, and it is busy. If you are coming over for Easter, you're going to find beach bar number 6 open. This is actually the notorious beach bar that you may well have seen in the news last year. It gets very, very busy during the summer months. It's the centre pretty much of the Ballermann here, in between Mega Park and that very busy street that we just went down, where Beer Koenig is and all the other party bars. But look, I'll just turn the camera around. Now during the summer, we will see some sunbeds and beach umbrellas right outside of Beach Bar 6, but look at all the people, look, over in the restaurants, right across the way. Anyway, let's keep walking along. So as we come along the waterfront here, I'm just seeing these big yellow boxes on the side. Just realised what they are. They're the toppers to go onto the lifeguard huts. Hopefully they will be out this week because you can see by the number of people that we have on the beach down here, I think we really do need a lifeguard service. As we go further down as well, look, we can see plenty of people in the water too. As we roll on into the summer, we're going to see this area being completely transformed into a huge party zone. It's looking quite peaceful today actually. I think any partying that's was taking place over at the Beer Koenig and at the Bambaleo, or whatever it's called. But just looking to my left here, look, we've got the Joy Palace. Don't know what that's going to be. Is that going to be a hotel or a bar? Don't know. Who can say? Let's keep walking along here because it's at this point where crowds normally start to gather to head on into Mega Park. But is it open today? Let's go and take a quick look. And judging by security on the door, it does look like it's open, but there's barely anybody here. I think this has to be the quietest I've seen Mega Park. Normally you have crowds of people sitting on the wall here drinking or waiting to head on into the afternoon's entertainment. Maybe there's a little bit less going on at this time of year, or maybe I've missed the big crowds, who knows. But one thing's for sure, we're not going to be seeing it this empty again this summer. A couple of weeks' time, I think this area is going to be absolutely packed. And let's just take a quick run over to the boards here just to get an idea of the entertainment that you do have over here at Mega Park. Of course, it's all going to be very targeted towards the German market. Let me know if you know any of these people. Look, you've got Jürgen Zillertayer. Never heard of him. But anyway, look, the entertainment over here this afternoon starts at 5 p.m. So I think I've rocked up maybe a little bit earlier, but then again, I think the bars are open. And as I come on down to the beach here, look, I just see a steady line of rubbish running along the back of the beach. I mean, this is actually pretty disgusting, I'm sorry. But if you are coming over here, if you're sitting on the wall and enjoying a few drinks, don't go and chuck your cans on the sand. Absolutely awful. Okay, so as I step onto the beach here and see just a line of rubbish which has actually made me really angry, I have to say I'm surprised by the number of people down here. I'm surprised actually it's not even a little bit busier, but things are just warming up here over in the Playa de Palma. As you can see, the resort is already overrun with illegal street sellers. It's already overrun with drunken tourism, but I'm very pleased to say that there are at the same time a lot of holidaymakers out having a nice time, being respectful, enjoying the meals in the restaurant as well, and just having a nice chill time. So it's not all bad over here in the Playa de Palma. Anyway, everyone, I will be back to check out what this resort is like as we move on to the summer. I'm going to see how well as well the local authorities do in terms of cleaning up the image down here, because let's face it, it is needed. But in the meantime, don't forget, you can find me on the Facebook group and on my Instagram, also called Mallorca Under the Sun, and also check out these videos appearing both here and here on YouTube to find out more about this area. Okay everyone, thanks very much for watching. I shall see you on the next one. Goodbye for now.